Hello, ABAP audience. Welcome to this video that we're going to discuss within the replication of IDocs from a source to destination system. So the audience can be developers, functional consultants, architects, product owners, and whoever is interested in gaining a basic knowledge of SAP. It's good if you have basic awareness of SAP, either S/4HANA or SAP ECC, to be able to comprehend what we are going to discuss in this video. The objectives, always our objective is to build a competency, so we gain the knowledge, skill, and ability. In other words, apply whatever we discuss in our videos spontaneously. So we need to build a competency of how to replicate an IDoc from a system to another system. For instance, we need to reproduce an IDoc from production system and quality system in order to investigate a certain issue. IDocs, simply, as you know, are used to exchange data. These are intermediate documents which are generated within SAP based on either a document which is generated in SAP, for example, the creation of a purchase order, which generates an IDoc. This IDoc is used to exchange the data or transmit the data from our system to our vendor system, for example, through XML files, or which this is called the outbound IDoc. On the other hand, we have also the inbound IDoc, which is the receiving of the data from XML file to SAP in the form of IDoc, inbound IDoc in this case, and the inbound IDoc will be picked and then through a mechanism which we are going to discuss in another lesson, the SAP document will be created. For example, a confirmation of a delivery, which is an inbound delivery based on ASN, Advanced Shipping Notification, for example. So simply, the IDoc is used to exchange data between systems. And now we are going to see how we can replicate the IDoc, reproduce the same case in production, but in quality. So this is an illustration of what we have just discussed. As you see here, the system X as an order. This can be purchase order, outbound delivery, can be sales order, and so on. This order generates an outbound IDoc. Then outbound IDoc will be converted into XML file that will be exchanged to the port or to the system or the application of our partner, whether our partner is a vendor or a customer or a governmental sector, for example, taxation department in the government. And then the inbound delivery or the inbound IDoc will be generated on the other system. Based on the inbound IDoc, in system Y, certain document will be created. This can be PO, can be sales order, can be inbound delivery, and so on. So simply, this IDoc is used to exchange data between two systems or applications. Now let's discuss how we can reproduce the IDoc from environment production to the environment of quality in order to investigate a certain issue. The solution will be exporting the IDoc file from the source system, which in this case, our production system, and then we import it into the targeted system, which is the quality system. So in general, the IDoc is used to exchange data between two systems, two applications. What we are going to discuss now is how to reproduce certain IDoc or copy a certain IDoc from an environment like production environment in quality environment. So To copy the IDoc from production to quality, we log into the production system, and then using WE19 transaction, we can do this process. Firstly, we fill in the IDoc in the field which is existing IDoc. We mark the radio button, we tick this radio button, and then we click on create. As we see, the details of the IDoc is displayed, and then we click on inbound file from the menu bar. So now, just to know which SAP folder or directory you are going to copy the file to before exporting it, we can identify the directory name from AL11. So using the T code AL11 in the source system, we can display the existing directories. If we open AL11, the directories will be displayed, and we can pick the relevant directory. In our case, we are going to pick TMP directory. So this is its path /TMP. To export the file, we need to store it first in a temporary directory in SAP source system, which is in our case the production system. Our directory, for example, here is TMP, but how we can see it, how we can identify the path and the name in transaction AL11. As we see, we can open AL11, then we'll see all of the existing directories, then we pick the directory that we are going to copy the file to. So the path is /TMP, and then in WE19 again, we fill in the file name /TMP /file1, for example, as a file name. Then be sure that start inbound IDoc processing of file now is unticked. Don't tick it. Then we click on continue. Now the file which contains the IDoc data is located within the directory /TMP. Now we need to download it from that directory to our operating system. We download the file using the T code CG3Y. There are two fields to be filled in. The first one is the directory, so we fill in /TMP/file1, the concatenation of the path name and file name, and then here we select the folder, our operating system. Just to click on the match code here, then simply we'll find the directories on our operating system. Then we select from these directories the one that we're going to download the file to. Finally, we click on download. Now we have the file in our operating system folders. Let's upload it to the targeted system, which is the quality system in our case. We log into the quality system, and then using the transaction CG3Z, we just open the match code here, as you see. Then we will find our operating system folders, and we can get the file to upload. Afterwards, we fill in the targeted path and the file name, same TMP and UA, or any other directory that you would like in the quality system. We are going to upload to /TMP/file1. So we fill in the concatenation of /TMP/file1. Then we click on upload. Now we have the file uploaded in the directories of our targeted system, which is quality in this case. Let's process it to generate the IDoc. In WE19, we fill in the path and the file name concatenated in this form, /TMP/file1. Within the field of file as a template, we'll mark this radio button, and then we click on create. Now the data of the IDoc are displayed. We can make any required change by double clicking the header line as it is displayed, and then we can override the port of sender or receiver, the partner number of sender or receiver as well, according to the values in the quality system. We might need to override them because we are copying an IDoc from production, which has different, might have different port or partner number. Afterwards, we just press enter or click on continue. We processed IDoc this way. Just we click on standard inbound in the menu bar, and once it's clicked, this pop-up window will be generated. It will contain the data of the partner number, type, role, the message, the process code, or this is how it is processed through Baby, and this is a Baby name, the function module name. We click on continue, and then eventually we will receive the IDoc number in the targeted system. Finally, we click on continue. Then we will have the IDoc in our quality system. To display the generated IDoc in the targeted system, we can use either WE02 or BD87 transactions. Both can fulfill the same purpose. We fill in the IDoc number, the range of the target date or the creation date. Then we press F8 or we process. The IDoc will be displayed. If we would like to see the details of the IDoc, we double click on the IDoc number here. Similarly, in BD87, we select the date, we can fill in the IDoc number and the date. Then once we process it using F8, we will receive the IDocs. We can here explore or drill down to the IDoc. In our case, the message type was PO RDCR1, and after it we will find the created IDoc with either error message if they are not processed or whatever other messages. So now we are able to replicate an IDoc from production to quality in order to start investigating now or debugging an issue. Thank you very much. That was all for this video. I wish you a very good day. Enjoy it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.